Notice the title of my video. Okay? Zack Snyder steps away from Justice League after terrible family tragedy. That's the proper way to title something like this, whether it be an article or a video. And I commend all the sites that actually incorporated the tragedy part in their title. But leave it to comicbook.com to not do that. And there are other sites as well, too. The same sites, the same clickbaity sites, did the same thing. Basically just stated about Zack Snyder dropping out, or stepping down from Justice League and Joss Whedon taking over. That's all they put. And these assholes actually put, I mean, they've taken it down, by the way. Of course they did. And I just don't understand. How do you think that that's a good title? How can you not have the integrity? How could you be so fucking stupid and so disheartening and so disrespectful and post something like that on social media? And then the only reason why that you took it down is because a bunch of people called you out. You guys are fucking scum. Comicbook.com is fucking scum. And so are some of the other websites. I think even MovieWeb, which I've also had a great deal of just wanted to fucking strangle them too, posted something without mentioning the tragedy, just posting about him dropping out of Justice League and Joss Whedon taking over. Because obviously if somebody sees that, they're going to be like, what? What the hell's going on? Fucking assholes. And then of course, you know, with something, you know, this is a tragedy. This is a definite tragedy. But then, of course, you're going to get the internet trolls out there. Guys, I tweeted this out. We're going to see some bad comments. There's probably going to be bad comments underneath this video, and that's fine. If you guys want to go ahead and swarm, you have my graces. You do it. That's fine. Because the people who are actually going to make shitty fucking comments like this, and what's sad, too, is when these websites don't actually put that, they don't seem to realize that people don't actually read the articles. They just read the title, then they're like, good, I'm so glad Zack Snyder's taking it. Whoa, they got the Marvel guy, right? Yeah, that's because they needed to light up the tone. You fucking bloggers need to realize that sometimes people are not going to open up your article. So you gotta put something in there. Yes, I get it. You want them to click on your article, but you know, when it comes to something like this, you can't do that. Okay? But then of course you have, you know, just the fucking lowlives of the lowlives right here that are just gonna troll, they're gonna say a bunch of shit, and of course they're sorely misinformed, and they're just deeply disturbed individuals. You know that they're just sitting behind their computer, probably fat as fuck, acne face, on a hot pocket nourish diet, like I always say. Just we could choose to ignore them, guys. We can because you know what? That's a small percentage. It's a small percentage. If you actually look and see the community support, even with people that don't even like his movies, are being totally respectful and saying, wow, I would just, that they are saying thoughts and prayers, even though I'm not a big fan of the whole thoughts and prayers thing. Everybody always says that, but you know, condolences and everything, they're actually saying that. I've seen people say that even though I might not like his movies, my thoughts and my condolences to the Snyder family, because this is truly terrible. This is absolutely terrible. If you guys didn't know, Zack Snyder's daughter Autumn committed suicide back in March, and Snyder had an interview with the Hollywood Reporter and finally came out with it, which was pretty rough. He basically didn't want to let it be known. He didn't want to release it out to the public, and this guy, how do you fucking do this? I'm speechless. How does that happen? How does something truly tragic, your own daughter takes her own life, and he just goes right back to work? I mean, that just shows, this is what he had to say here, okay? He said, in my mind, I thought it was a cathartic thing to go back to work, to just bury myself and see if that was the way to get through it. The demands of this job is pretty intense. It is all-consuming, and in the last 2 months, I've come to the realization I've decided to take a step back from the whole movie to be with my family, be with my kids who really need me. They are having a hard time. I'm having a hard time. So yeah, you know, you assholes out there, we know what the whole first reaction is to Wonder Woman, and you guys are like praising that and then shitting on Snyder. How the fuck do you feel right now? I want to know. I actually want to know how these people feel right now. You know, all that, you know, they talk about Snyder fans being so toxic. How the fuck are you not toxic now, knowing that this guy was dealing with a tragedy this whole time? This past month, how everybody was shitting on him, especially after the Wonder Woman reactions. How the fuck do you feel that this guy was going through this? This guy, every time we saw him at the Wonder Woman premiere, when he's promoting this, promoting that, and he's been holding back this grief and not being with his family. How do you feel right now? I hope you feel like absolute shit. I really do. Talking about Snyder fans being toxic. I don't know. Especially the people that are trolling and being toxic right now. That is the ultimate toxicity right there in the community. That is what's plaguing fandom right there. Okay? Nothing beats this. No matter what any DC fan says or does now, nothing tops being shitty after hearing that Zack Snyder's daughter took her own life, and you guys are still being shitty and celebrating the fact that he's walking away from his movie. Go fuck yourself. He didn't want to make this public. He did not want to make this public, but because the way the internet is and the way that people create these narratives, this is what he had to say right here. He said, "Here's the thing. I never planned to make this public. I thought it would be in the family, a private matter, our private sorrow that we would have to deal with. When it became obvious that I need to take a break, I knew there were going to be narratives created on the internet. They'll do what they do. The truth is, I'm past caring about that kind of thing now. So you toxic pieces of shit out there are the reason why this was made public. It shouldn't have been made public. It honestly shouldn't have. But the fact of the matter is, if he were to walk away, all you guys would start just swarming, lynch mobbing, and shit. I would not want this on my own worst enemy, personally. Like, there's people that, you know, you meet that you hate in person, I wouldn't want this on them. And you guys are acting like pieces of shit over a guy who just makes fucking movies. That's all he does. He makes movies. And you guys are acting, I just can't. I can't. And he even says stuff like that. He's like, I want the movie to be amazing, and I'm a fan. But that all pales pretty quickly in comparison. I know the fans are going to be worried about the movie, but there are 7 other kids that need me. In the end, it's just a movie. It's a great movie, but it's just a movie. We know it's going to be a great movie, Zach. And all you assholes out there, yes, this is just a man who just makes movies. And you guys make it sound like he pisses all over your goddamn childhood. You're pathetic. All right. Got that all out. All right? That's the bad part. The bad part's out. Now to the whole Joss Whedon thing. Let me inform you, even you assholes out there. Okay, Joss Whedon's not coming in and just like redoing the movie and all of a sudden going to lighten up the tone and it's going to be Avengers goddamn 3. No, that's not what's going to be the case. Joss Whedon is stepping in even though like he's been a little weird lately, but hey, I still respect the guy as a filmmaker. That's right. I might not like the guy personally in his politics, but guess what? I still enjoy what he brings when it comes to entertainment and sci-fi and fandom and superhero movies and everything. I love Avengers. Avengers 2 has its moments, but Avengers, yeah, it's top notch. But basically what's happening here is Joss Whedon is going to come in and overlook the final, editing as well as the reshoots. Yeah, not massive reshoots, mind you, but just additional footage. Basically what's going on here, what Warner Brothers is saying too, is the fact that, Zack Snyder already knows what he wants to that needs to be shot additionally. So Joss Whedon's going to overlook that. He's probably going to write some dialogue, possibly put his own thing, but it's still going to have Snyder's tone, Snyder's everything. So let's just leave that be. That's all Joss Whedon is doing. And I actually commend him for that. Now Joss Whedon has gone back up. Okay, like I said, I might not like the guy's politics and the way that he tweets out some things, but I respect the guy as a filmmaker, and I've just gained some respect for him coming in and doing this for Zack, and I really think that's awesome. So that's what's happening with that. I'm sure Snyder's going to still be very much involved, as much as he's going to be there for his family, which is totally awesome. Totally commend the guy for that. We totally support you, Zack Snyder. I mean, not like he's going to actually see this, but this is, I can't even imagine how hard the past like month and a half, 2 months has been since this has all come down. I mean, I can't even imagine. Can't even imagine. And there's been overwhelming support that I've seen on my feed. You know, of course, there's going to be the trolls, but that's just a small number. We can't focus on that. Let's focus on all the love that everybody's giving the Snyder family, and even like people in the business, James Gunn. I mean, this is what Gal Gadot, sorry, she posted this on Instagram. As of right now, yes, this got me choked up a little bit. I mean, I'm sure Cavill, Momoa, Affleck, they're probably going to also post their condolences and everything, and that's just going to fucking tear everybody up. But right now, you know, let's just look at all the love and support, and let's continue giving Snyder the support, and even give some, you know, Joss Whedon the support and the respect for him stepping in and helping Snyder and Warner Brothers finish the movie. A great movie. And it's going to be great. And you know what? I have a drink right here, and I'm going to cheers to the Snyder family. I have you guys in my thoughts right now, my condolences. But yeah, this drink's for you guys. Zack Snyder, Deborah Snyder, and the whole Snyder clan. Cheers. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. Hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the other channel 2. Let me know your thoughts about this down below. And like I said, there might be some trolls on this video. We can choose to ignore them, or if you want to respond, you know, you do what you got to do. But I say we choose to ignore them and just show our support. All right, guys? So I appreciate you watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.